Welcome back to New Rockstars. Just like Arthur Harrow, a once disciple of Amit, found himself becoming the avatar of Amit, I've become MT's avatar, and I'm now here to consume all of your rogue theories. Yes, feed them to me. I'm off-screen producer Brandon, and going rogue with me today and flying in on her golden wings, it's Whitney Van Laningham. Hello, Whitney.
Hello. The screen isn't wide enough for you to see me flapping my wings,
Oh,
but
I know.
am.
It's not
but
fair.
I am.
We can imagine those beautiful golden wings shining in the sun, blocking bullets, thankfully. Thank God those were bulletproof.
Dude, bulletproof wings sounds great. I
know, right?
want that so bad. You can fly and not get shot. Perfect. Perfect
That's
scenario.
the perfect combination.
It really
I
is.
think everyone would agree that's the perfect scenario.
Yeah, that's the one thing Spirit Airlines won't guarantee. They'll fly you there, but you
They'll
might
fly
get
you
shot.
there, but you might get shot. I don't know.
If you pay for the upgrade, you don't get shot, guys. Trust me. You just got to remember to pay for the upgrade.
Wow, big bucks Brandon over here. Rub it in.
Hey, you know, when I'm flying on Spirit, I fly like a millionaire.
That should be the slogan for Spirit.
Fly like a millionaire or risk gun injury.
Yeah, fly like a millionaire. We can't guarantee you won't get shot.
No middle ground, but they're all middle seats, baby. Spirit.
They're all middle seats. And of course, someone I would always trust to pick me up from the airport and not shoot me in the face. It's Matt Acevedo. Hello, Matt.
Hey, yeah, thanks, man. I would pick you up from the airport. I would even drive to LAX for you, Brandon.
Whoa, that is huge.
Yeah,
That's
man.
huge. I'm going to keep
That's
that.
big.
It's on
Yeah.
camera. I'm
You
going
don't need
keep
to pay
that.
for gas. You know, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
Wow.
Whoa,
What a
whoa,
friend.
whoa. Oh my gosh, that's very kind of you. I live in Northridge, so it's going to be a heck of a trip for you.
Wow. Well, we can always listen to New Rockstars on the way down.
We'll need a few episodes to listen to in the car for sure. And someone I have personally seen do a full sprint down the side of a pyramid. It's Tommy Bechtold. Hello, Tommy.
Hi, good to be here. I woke up this morning in this institution dressed in all white with white walls everywhere. I hope everything's okay. I hear they're playing bingo later.
Oh, yes, they are. What's in the
Nice.
cup? Is it wine or is it sand?
It's a mixture of both. I call it a sandy beach. It's 1 part wine cooler, 1 part sand, 1 part Malibu coconut rum.
Delicious. A perfect way to start the day. Well, everyone, the series, or possibly season, finale of Moon Knight has finally lit up the night sky. And boy, what a finale it was. From the sands of the Duat in the afterlife to back in the London flat, strapped to his bed, Marc and Steven have made their peace and are doing a one-man version of The Odd Couple. But wait, this body has a stowaway or two. That leads us to our first topic today. Who is in control, okay? What's the balance now for Marc, Steven, and Jake? Do Marc and Steven know anything about Jake? Do they know he's still there? What did Layla see when Jake took over during that battle and she was pinned up against a van getting shot point blank with her thankfully bulletproof wings? Do Marc and Steven know that Khonshu is still bonded with a part of them? How do we think this new arrangement is working out?
I was gonna say, you know that I'm sure you guys already know what my first question is. I probably don't have to say it, but when Steven and Marc jerk off now, do they have to think about the same thing? Like, do they have to be like picturing mentally the same scenario for them to both come? Or is it like one of them is like, Marc, stop it, stop wanking to feet. You know, like, is that like, do one of them have like a weird thing and the other one doesn't?
Mark's a footman.
Marc's a footman, in my opinion.
I mean, okay.
I kind of imagined it like a Pacific Rim thing, you know, where it's they go into the Pacific Rim, robot, and
They're drift compatible. Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
No, Siri, I gotta turn this off because Siri keeps thinking I'm talking to it. Get out of here. Maybe me and Siri are one. That's what's
Would
weird.
you
and
like
Siri
to
are
watch
just
Pacific
compatible.
Rim?
Always.
All right, Brandon, I'm going to give it to you straight here. I think that
Give it to me straight.
I think Jake is in control. I think Marc is the alpha being, but I believe Marc, just based on Khonshu saying Marc has no idea how broken of a person he is or whatever, whatever that line is, I'm paraphrasing. I think Marc is in control. As I said on our smash hit show, The Break Room, yesterday, I believe that Jake Lockley is not a known public persona. I believe Jake Lockley impersonates Mark Spector while still being a separate personality inside of Mark's head. To the outside world, I believe he is received as Mark Spector. And I've also been never been more confident that Jake killed Layla's father. Because I think,
for sure.
I think that's what Layla saw when Jake took control in the fight in the streets of Cairo. He just savagely murdered everyone around. Perhaps even an innocent civilian or two pushing a cart, trying to sell some like Italian ice or something. Some ice cream truck man just gets a right in the throat. So I think she saw such savage, murder that it was like scary to her. And I believe if they do a season 2, she'll put 2 and 2 together and realize that there is this one side of Mark, at least one side, that is a savage, unrepentant killer.
Yeah.
That's an interesting point, Tommy. So do you think that Jake put a memory of like Bushman killing Layla's dad into Mark, or Mark just assumes that he doesn't remember and he assumes that's what happens?
I think Jake and Khonshu have the true relationship. No, I think Jake kills whoever Khonshu wants, and Khonshu tells Mark that he only kills bad people. And like, Khonshu has Mark feeling like the Punisher or something. Like, I'm only taking out the trash. But then Jake is like, you want me to kill a senator? I'd love to kill a senator. You want me to kill his kid too? That'd be fine.
Sure, why
no
not?
problem.
You want to do 2? Every state's got 2. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I'll kill them all. Kill them all.
I definitely dig that theory. I also agree that Jake is the one that's kind of in control. I think he kind of appears when both of them show signs of weakness. So I think that maybe there was a moment when he was with the mercenaries group that maybe he couldn't go through with it, and like that. That's how he came to be. Maybe he thought about Machete or some movie, and it was like, this is who I need to be to get this job done. But I agree that he's definitely the one in charge, and Khonshu's just playing them both. I don't think that they know. I think that they think they're free. I think they think they don't have the power of Khonshu anymore. I think they're in for a rude awakening. Part of me thinks that Khonshu wanted Mark and Steven to kind of like think that they were the ones in control, because like maybe they needed to be like work together or get to this point to like maybe allow Jake. What's his name?
Jake. Jason Lockley, everybody.
Jason Lockley.
Jason, famous guy in a hockey mask. Jason Lockley. Drowned at the camp.
Like, I think he's always been in there, but I think having them in sync like that, it makes it easier to like get Jake to come out. That's kind of where I think Khonshu wanted this to happen. He wanted Steven and Mark to get like really close and to have that quick change with each other, so that they don't have to. He doesn't have to worry about those two because they're kind of one.
They kind of keep each other busy, right?
Yeah.
Right. I think, Matt, I think you're exactly right. I think like getting them to believe that they're out of the game allows him to just summon Jake to do whatever he wants.
That was literally exactly what I was going to say. I felt like the moment that Steven was like, all right, you're dealing with me now and we're going to make a deal, I felt like immediately Khonshu was just like, okay, yeah, sure. You guys are free. Mark and Steven are free to go. But he knew that he still had Jake Lockley. And so I think that was the only reason why he let them out of the game, was because he was like, you're not out of the game. Nobody's out of the game. This is ridiculous. Like, he was just like, you guys can think you're out of the game, but you will never be out of the game because I have Jake Lockley.
I think that there's gonna be a point where they're gonna have to be fine with themselves, right? They're gonna have to like, look, I'm a firm believer of the power of friendship, baby, and you know what's gonna what's gonna happen? They're gonna help Jake out, dude. They're gonna like be like, hey Jake, hey, you're a part of us, but like, hey, maybe we shouldn't kill so much. And then they're gonna be like best buds. He'll be the brooding one. Mark will be like the Leonardo one, and then and then Steven will be Steven. I think they're gonna work together at some point. It's gonna be sick.
I actually think that I like that, but I'm gonna say I disagree. I think if they make a season 2 or a movie, it's gonna be a 2-on-1. How do we? I think because I think once all of the true actions of Mark Spector have been revealed, as Jake Lockley, as Mark Spector, as Stephen Grant, and as whoever else if there's even a fourth worse or a different personality, I think that that's going to irreparably damage his relationship with Layla. And I think there's one person that can get in that brain and kind of fix things, and that's Charles Xavier. And I believe at some point they're going to have to go to Professor X and have him go inside the brain and remove or permanently, almost like in Heroes, the TV show Heroes, where they trapped Sylar inside of Nathan's brain. That's a deep cut for those of you who watch network TV and in the
big Heroes fans.
2000s. But I think they're going to like basically put the Jake Lockley personality to sleep permanently or permanently in comic book movie terms in order to allow Steven and Marc to be a good guy. Because you can't have, I mean, you can have, but like if you want him to be a protagonist in a thing, he can't be a bloodthirsty, remorseless killer, which it appears Jake Lockley is.
Yeah. They're gonna have to like lock up that sarcophagus.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I have a question for you guys. So when I was watching the finale, so like obviously in episode 5 we saw the two brothers like go into the cave, and then the little brother died and blah blah. And obviously like outside the cave it looked like there were like Khonshu bird bones, you know? And I was thinking, what do you guys think about this? Do you think that was Jake Lockley who dragged his little brother into the cave to kill him? Because if Khonshu was there the whole time, Khonshu could have been instructing him since he was a kid and was like, do it. The cave's going to flood. Take your little brother in there. Everyone will think it's an accident. Like, I wonder.
That's dark. Well, you bring up that scenario, right? And we wonder, is that memory, how real is that memory, right? Is Khonshu making this memory for Marc? I was wondering, is like the little brother, was that the Jake personality?
Oh, right.
The
fearless.
Like Marc, kind of like the fearless adventurer. And like Khonshu wanted that personality as the avatar, not Marc. And so, by Marc thinking he kills his little brother, he thought he maybe put away this part of his personality, but it's still alive. It's still there. I don't know. This show is so weird. You don't know what was real or what's happening. I'm just wondering, I was a little, you kind of alluded to it earlier, Whitney. I was wondering, like, how does Layla feel about this situation? Is she still with Marc and Steven? Like, they obviously 100%. Know something's up. They chain themselves to the bed. They know they can't be trusted still. Mm-hmm. So, like, how does Layla feel, like, about these two dudes who are, like, all over her now? They're,
also,
like, separate dudes.
Where is she? Like, because she clearly did not, like, go sleep over at her boyfriend's house, ex-husband, whatever's house after.
Maybe it's early. She could be out getting coffee to surprise him. She's coming back up the stairs.
Maybe she's getting coffee to surprise him, a little French toast.
I don't know. She seemed to never quite recover from watching what he did to everyone on the street. Like they did the spell together, but she never seemed fully back on board with him beyond that point. Like the way she was looking at him, that never changed, and then we never got any sort of resolution on that.
Yeah, and on top of that, to add to that, Tommy, like they also never confronted the fact that he was there when her mother or her father was murdered. When Layla's father was, they never really dealt with that. Like it was loose, and then he dies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, he was like, we'll talk about it later, and then he just dies. Like that's an important conversation to pick back up at some point.
Which I mean, God, men will do anything to not confront their issues, right?
It's so true. Men will literally die before they talk about their problems.
Babe, there's giant gods fighting. We don't have time to have this discussion right now, okay, babe?
Babe, just give me a minute.
Babe, not now, okay? My bros are over. I got Steven over in my head.
The game's on.
Not
come
now,
on, babe.
The game's on.
Babe, come on.
I'm throwing knives into people's chests. Come on, babe. Now's not the time.
Not now,
I gotta break a new Shopty. Not now. Not now, honey.
I do wonder, like, if I was Marc and Steven, before, right after that, I would sit Layla down. I'd be like, okay, tell me everything you saw during that fight, please.
Yeah, me too. Because I'd be like, what was that? What did I do?
Part of the denial that allows Jake Lockley to stay separate is that they don't ask questions. Like they know. Like Steven might be too innocent, but Marc might know and be like, if I don't ever ask, then I don't have to take responsibility for what I deep down know is true. Right.
Plausible deniability. True.
Yeah. Do you get like what is it? Can you plead the fifth against was it fifth, like you can't incriminate your other personality in a murder
Well,
case?
you cannot be forced. Yeah, you cannot be forced to testify against your spouse.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I guess if you have a different personality, you cannot be forced to testify against your personality.
Yeah.
Do you guys think Marc and Steven know? Do they know Khonshu's still in there, or do you think they think he's gone?
I think they think they're free.
Oh, there's gone. Yeah.
They think he's gone. 100% they think he's gone, but he's not. He's not.
He's not gone.
I mean, look how happy they are. Like they're going through their day. I mean, we have this scene where they're in control of I don't know what you call it, like the like that's where I got a little confused. Like, was that a dream when they went back to the mental ward room, or was that them like just losing the abilities of Khonshu? Or
I think the way Erik and MT kind of talked about it on Inside Marvel was interesting. It was the idea that like everything in Harrow's office was separate from the boat psych ward, and like the stuff inside the office was within Marc Steven's head. So if you imagine, it's like the second level of Inception or whatever. Like that was the snow base, right? And then they got the hotel on the outside. So it's like they had to resolve the stuff inside the head, and then they can resolve the afterlife and get out. So it kind of worked backwards, I guess. So when they trap Amit inside of Harrow, inside of the head, they close him off too, because I think Harrow had some agency inside the head of Marc and Steven when they were in the afterlife. So that was very confusing, man. And I don't know if I explained it very well, but like they kind of had to like switch the roles there.
yeah, and I think that just that scene just showed that they have come to terms that this is the end of this chapter. They believe that this is closure for them, and they're all happy. They trip over themselves. Oh, like, you know, this is our life, you know. Like
please, you, Steven, you masturbate first, please.
No,
I
please,
insist.
no, please.
I
After
insist.
you, I insist.
That's what I'm
please.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, Khonshu, they think he's gone. They think he's gone, dude.
Oh, 100%
Okay,
they think he's
okay.
gone. And I'm going to stick to it, guys. I think that Jake was a child murderer. I'm calling it now. I think that there's...
I mean, that's like a wild theory, and that's
think
great.
it's true.
That is a really rogue theory.
I think he's a
I
child
love that.
killer. Little baby Ted Bundy.
Little baby Ted Bundy.
Baby Bundys, they're making dreams come true.
Baby Bundys, they'll follow you after school.
Okay.
Can we as a society stop putting these serial killers on like pedestals?
Yeah,
and giving
so
them
weird.
TV
So
shows
strange.
and stuff. I mean, we
Yeah, no,
all love
thank
reading
you.
about it. We all are obsessed with the extremes of what humans will do to each other, but we gotta stop. We gotta stop putting these serial killers on a pedestal.
Oh no, the Ted Bundy movie with Zac Efron where they made him look like a scamp. Like he was just a little scamp, but it's like,
It's
no, he
dangerous.
was like a murderer. Like you can't make this movie. You can't give him abs. Like stop it. Like yeah, worlds were destroyed.
Yeah, he's like getting out of a pool, toweling off. They're like,
It was like that Ted Bundy portrayal was akin to Ashton Kutcher's portraying Steve Jobs in that biopic.
Oh, I
Like it
forgot
was
about
the
that.
same
Wow.
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all forgot about Ashton Kutcher's Steve Jobs.
I have
not
never
one for the history
forgotten.
books. Well, these are some great rogue theories, guys. I really hope we get more of this show and get some of these ideas answered. Matt, I'm going to give you 3 rogue points for your theories there. Whitney, I mean, I'm going to give you 4 rogue points for Jake the Child Killer. I mean, that's dark. That's
Yeah.
some dark stuff, and I like that. But Tommy, I'm going to give you 5 rogue points. I love this idea
Nice.
of Jake just pretending to be Marc is like a great idea, and like using all his documents and stuff, and like
Yeah.
people just think Marc's this like really bad guy. I really like that. It's very smart. That also makes me
I like
think
it.
Jake set up the date. I bet Jake did set up the
Yeah,
date.
Jake set that day.
I think Jake absolutely set up the date. And it would explain why Jake's limo has the license plate Spectre. Because if he's impersonating Mark Spector, that would make sense.
I love it. I also love the idea that he wants to drive the limo. He wants to be the driver.
Yeah, he's like, I drive this thing.
Yeah. I like feeling in control.
That's the height of luxury for some, and I support it.
I mean, a Rolls Royce is a driver's car, right? It's a car to be driven in.
Also, we don't know if Khonshu has all his finger bones. They might just be floating, so if he just goes through a steering wheel.
He can't grab a steering wheel.
Yeah, he can't.
Well, up next, we're going to talk about the Khonshu Kaiju. But first, check out newrockstarsmerch.com for all of our awesome merch related to Moon Knight, especially our latest Obsession shirt, the Tomb of the Moon God. Once it's gone for good. And also, by the time this episode airs, we'll probably have some new Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness merch available at newrockstarsmerch.com. Be sure to check that out. It's a great way to support the channel. We also want to thank ExpressVPN. Using the internet with ExpressVPN is like going to sleep without chaining your leg to a pole in your house. Most of the time, you'll probably be fine. But what if one day you sleepwalk into traffic or steal a rare Egyptian artifact? It's better to be careful, especially when it's as simple as using ExpressVPN. Every time you connect to an unencrypted network in cafes, hotels, airports, your online data is not secured. Any hacker on the same network can gain access and steal your personal data. But ExpressVPN creates a secure, encrypted tunnel between your device and the internet so they can't. They'll never be able to. It'd take a hacker with a supercomputer over 1 billion years to get past ExpressVPN's encryption, and the planet is barely gonna make it another 20 years, so you'll be safe. ExpressVPN works on all of your devices, the phone, the laptop, the tablet, even on your smart TV, and it's so easy to use. Just fire up the app and click one button to get protected. I like using ExpressVPN when I do my online shopping, especially when I'm out and about and using public Wi-Fi on my phone. I don't trust it, so I use ExpressVPN. Get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN free at expressvpn.com/rogue. That's expressvpn.com/rogue. expressvpn.com/rogue. Hey folks, it's spring. Did you know that? Or is it spring? You know, sometimes it feels like it's winter, it's kind of cold in Burbank today. Sometimes it feels like summer and it's super hot. It can be so difficult to find the right outfit in the spring when every day is different and weather can change at the drop of a hat. Luckily, Faraday makes it way easier. They make the perfect clothes for all seasons. Faraday is a family-run brand making high-quality, timeless clothing with a modern design and functionality. It's that kind of effortless style you want every time you go digging in your closet. Maybe it's like a gorgeous print and it looks like you've had it for years and it might be vintage, but it feels so great and it fits so well and it was just made yesterday just for you. Well, that's Faraday. These clothes are great. I got a pair of their all-day shorts and I wore them from open to close at Disneyland and they held up all day. They felt great. They were lightweight. They had a zipper in the pocket so my ticket didn't fall out. It was the perfect thing. I love them. Faraday's so confident in the quality of their stuff. They have a lifetime guarantee of quality. They'll replace or fix your clothes forever, no matter what. Talk about making it easier to get dressed. And right now, Faraday is giving all new Rockstars fans 20% off. That's 20% off. Head to FaradayBrand.com/rogue and use code ROGUE at checkout to snag 20% off all of your new spring staples. That's code ROGUE at Faraday, FAHERTY brand.com/rogue for 20% off. Again, FaradayBrand.com/rogue. Hey, I've got a controversial take for all of you. Moms are great. My mom used to make me homemade Lunchables. She refused to buy them from the store. She would cut out the cheese and meat into cute little shapes. I mean, can you believe that? I would never do that for a child, but my mom did it for me. Moms are also often one of the few people in our lives who still leave voicemails on our phones or call us just to say hi. So this Mother's Day, make that next mom call extra special. Spoil your mom with the gift of quality premium wireless audio, courtesy of Raycon. Raycon wireless earbuds are a must-have for super moms, all those masters of multitasking who need to keep their hands free. With Raycons, they can stay entertained listening to their favorite podcasts or music, plus take phone calls with vivid voice technology, all hands-free. Raycons are user-friendly for those moms who are just switching to wireless earbuds, easy to set up, easy to use, and seamless Bluetooth pairing. Plus, they come in a bunch of fun color options, so you can find a mom color that suits her personality and style. With optimized gel tips for the perfect in-ear fit, these earbuds are so comfortable, and they will not budge. Trust me, she won't have a hard time getting them out, even though, you know, moms have sometimes a hard time getting rid of that idea that you should have like 6 kids. These won't come out, but maybe that thought will finally come out of their head. For the mom on the go, Raycons offer 8 hours of playtime and 32-hour battery life with their compact portable charging case. They're priced just right. You get quality audio at half the price of other premium audio brands. And Raycon's everyday earbuds have over 49,000 5-star reviews, perfectly fitting for a 5-star mom. My mom's got some Raycons. She uses them all the time when she calls me, so she can keep gardening. She loves her geraniums. And wants to keep chatting while she's planting. Tell mom how much you love her and make sure she hears it in crystal clear audio quality with Raycon. Go to buyraycon.com/rogue theory to get 15% off your Mother's Day order. That's buyraycon.com/rogue theory. All right, Here's something I know for sure. These gods need some therapy. Come on, get some therapy, gods. They're out here fighting in the streets while they're 50 feet tall. This is gonna be our second topic for today. What are the ramifications of this Khonshu-Amit battle, okay? What more can the citizens of the MCU live through? Do we think the public could see these giant gods duking it out next to the pyramids? If they could, or even if they couldn't, surely they saw all the purple souls leaving people's bodies. You know, what are the larger ramifications for this moment in the MCU? Is anyone ever going to talk about this again? How do we think this fight played out? Do we think people could see them?
Well, I think how the MCU kind of handles this is rather than a long meditation into the citywide response and how people handled it, they'll give us the isolated story of one guy whose wife was killed as collateral damage, and that causes him to become an evil scientist and do something bad to thwart Bucky Barnes in something down a year from now or 2 years from now. They don't really ever seem to do the DC tried to do that with Justice League, where they had Bruce Wayne carrying people from the wreckage of Superman, or maybe Batman vs Superman. That was rather, I can't remember. Those movies are all such classics burned into my brain. But where Bruce Wayne is trying to do a civilian response and creates a foundation for the survivors of the Superman Zod fight. I just think in this case, Marvel tends to not they just kind of ignore that. They're just no, the battle's over and good defeated evil. So the ends justify, much like Amit, the ends have justified the means. Sorry about your city. Don't worry, someone will come in. Or we also have that the TVA just cleans things up too, but we don't have that anymore. But that was kind of explained in Loki. It was they'll come in and just fix it.
I kind of think that I don't think they could see Khonshu and Amit fighting. I kind of feel like it was more like a natural disaster or heavy winds or something. Maybe a few special people could see him, but I don't think the majority could. But I think they could see. But I do think that they could see Mark fighting against Harrow through the streets, and that's normal everyday stuff in the MCU. I do think though that I'm getting fired up because I think this is gonna happen. I'm pretty stoked about this. I think that the results of this, with the Celestial coming out of the freaking Earth and Eternals, with whatever happens in Multiverse of Madness, there's definitely paranoia, that's too, but paranormal activity is on the map. Things that Nick Fury, when he wanted the Avengers to get together, it's because he wanted to protect the Earth from extraterrestrial beings. Who's going to protect the Earth from that? I think we're going to get to the point where we're going to be assembling a team. We're getting, what's that game called? I wrote it down. Yeah, Midnight Suns is coming out. So, and I think that we're going to be getting the Midnight Suns coming together, kind of as the paranormal response to all of these threats. Doctor Strange, Mark, Moon Knight could be in there. You could bring I think her name's Eliza Bloodstone in there. Bring all these characters. Even Morbius was a member of the Midnight Suns at one point. And I don't know if they're gonna bring. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Morbius.
But I think we're kind of getting to that point where we're gonna get more team-based things, building up to these kind of crossover events. We're gonna get Young Avengers. This is the response to all of this: is someone assembling a team, probably Doctor Strange, of getting these people to come together to fight against paranormal stuff.
I like that idea a lot. I mean, that's what we're all hoping for. That's how we could get more Moon Knight, right? It's by having the Midnight Suns show up, just bringing in a bunch of other people.
Yeah, bring Johnny Blaze back,
I thought that there was a chance that that's who was going to be taking Harrow. When they just showed the leather jacket, I was is this going to be Ghost Rider? And then, because we had theorized that you don't even need to cast an actor yet, because you could just have him get in the limo, roll down the thing, and he's just got the flaming skull head, which is not safe for inside a car, but
No, don't put that inside of a car.
It would be so I don't know, man. Robbie Reyes I thought the guy who they got to play Robbie Reyes in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was great. And I was pretty, I also was man, is this Robbie Reyes? Is he going to show up? But no, he didn't. Which, is that canon? It's loosely, I don't know.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is unconfirmed.
Yeah, I think the way they probably phrase it now, right, Tommy, is that it's a it's like a splintered timeline.
It's a branch
right?
timeline.
Something. Yeah, it's a branch timeline, like the same way Cap going back and being with Peggy is like a branch. Like this is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was its own branch because we saw something weird in like the finale, right? Like the Triskelion was still there or something strange like that. The kind of the show saying like, hey, we knew we were supposed to be part of the MCU, but now we're not officially anymore. But so we're taking agency and saying our Triskelion's still there.
That's right.
You can't take it away from us.
Never take it from us.
So if they couldn't see the gods, if they couldn't see these 50-foot tall gods, I asked this question, Tommy, yesterday on the break room. Check out the break room every day on New Rockstars YouTube. But so if people could see the purple souls going up and then going into Amit's mouth, do they just see like the souls going into the sky and then just like disappearing at the spot of Amit's mouth?
And like also, how many of them were unexpected? Like how many people like lost like an ant that they didn't realize was like, you know, running like a cockfighting syndicate or something, and was like, oh God, Aunt Trudy up in the sky now.
Yeah, lots of people lost their cockfighting ants that night. Let's pour one out for all the cockfighting ants who died that evening.
Cockfighting ants, by the way, is what Mark likes to watch when he goes at it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Mark. You got to clear the search history. Jeez.
I don't know, you guys. I know that this is like a really boring, basic answer, but my answer to this question is I just think that the people in the MCU are used to it by now. I think that nobody's freaking out at all. I think that they are so jaded that they saw all the souls going into the night sky and they were like, well, at least this time a giant celestial didn't erupt the Earth's surface.
Or at least it's not 3 billion people this time, right?
Wait, 1 second.
Yeah, or at least it isn't half of all life disappearing this time.
Whitney, are you telling me that people are willing to ignore massive deaths and continue with life as usual just out of some sort of survival mechanism, knowing that if they were to take precautions, not as many people would die? You're telling me that an entire world of people would be more apt to just press on with life, acting as though there was not a worldwide, I don't want to say pandemic, but just a massive issue going on worldwide,
like
and that the simpler, more selfish response is just to continue eating your chicken cutlets and going out to the Dairy Queen, not wearing your anti-Amit masks. I don't know if I can buy that. This seems This seems a little too far-fetched for me.
It's just a superhero fantasy, and this is a really rogue theory. You know, I know that
you're going too rogue, Whitney.
I
don't know. I think you've lost me here. I'm not willing to believe it.
Everyone would fucking ignore it. Nobody would fucking care. Nobody would care. They would still go on with their lives.
I think what happens in the real world 100% proves your theory correct. I think your theory has been proven over the last 2 years. Yes.
I kind of want to know, like, if all these people are going to commit some sort of major crime, like what quantifies that? Because there was a lot of souls. There's a lot of souls coming up.
Well, yeah, we don't know the rules. This is like the good place, right? We don't know how you get determined to get into the field of reeds. Like
if Amit finds out that I still shoplift from Sephora from time to time, am I gonna like get got for that? Because I believe you should always keep your hand in the game so you don't get rusty.
That's right.
I mean, yeah, we don't know if the Ennead has like updated their rules over the years, right? Like, how do they judge social media, right?
The Ennead's like new
rules from the Ennead.
If you don't get ExpressVPN to block your browser, and you buy some Tootsie from Mexico to have a little fun at your cousin's wedding, you're going to hell from Amit. Amit's taking your soul.
I mean, all these actions make me think that like the MCU, as we get ready for Thor 4, right? Is Gore gonna show up on Earth and all the people be like, yeah, kill some of these guys. They're out of control. Please do something, Gore.
Yeah, dude, honestly, we've got like a fuck ton of them down in Egypt who have been wreaking absolute havoc. So please, his name is Khonshu, go get him.
My grandma has a comorbidity. She's more likely to get eaten by Gore the God Butcher anyway. It's no problem. My cousin has type 2 diabetes, so obviously Gore the God Butcher is going to target him first. No problem.
We haven't really even seen like New Asgard got introduced 3 years ago. Has it been 3 years? Right, and like we still don't really know how it fits. We haven't seen them like at play yet, which is interesting. We're about to. But
I think it was No Way Home. There was like one little headline that was like political turmoil in New Asgard, and clearly from the trailer of Thor 4, it's getting built up. It's a tourist destination. They got cruise liners docking there now.
Yeah.
I mean, this could be does Norway get a cut of this money? Like, are they paying up to the country, or do they consider themselves a sovereign state? We've totally transitioned this rogue theory over to talking about Asgard.
Let's get
are they a sovereign state?
Let's get some political strategists in here next week for Rogue Theory and have them talk.
Right. I mean, is Valkyrie like a weapon of mass destruction? Are they in the game with like all the other countries who have nukes at this point?
Are they in NATO?
We don't know what Korg's capable of. Yeah. Did they join NATO? Answer the question, Feige. So do we think, like, to what Tommy was saying, is anyone going to talk about this fight ever again? Or will they come clean to the people? If they didn't see the gods fighting, how much is the public going to find out about like the events of Moon Knight? Very little, I assume.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I think we move on immediately.
There'll be a news headline in the background.
No one outside of Egypt at all, I think. In my opinion, I don't think that anyone who wasn't like there is even going to hear about it, because it's just like, oh no, like what? They're going to get like a headline from Cairo that's like, oh no, new MCU thing happened, wah! And it's like, yeah, then if anybody even saw that, they'd be like, par for the course, whatever. It was a Tuesday.
I kind of think that that Egyptian girl it probably took a video and like he's going to put it on TikTok, and they're going to blow up on TikTok.
Oh,
It's gonna
okay.
be like, dang. Like,
Yeah.
Look at these new superheroes. Yeah.
The Iliad blowing up on TikTok. That's how we get the youth back into religion.
That's how we get some new avatars, now that all our avatars are dead.
Yeah.
All our avatars are dead. They're dead.
If those souls didn't come back, right? The ones that were taken by Amit, if they are stuck in like the Duat, this could be like a high level event though for the MCU, because remember when they were showing in Civil War like all the tragedies and like why the Avengers were bad, and like Sokovia, I think the death count was like around 200 or maybe under 200, and I was like, that was a piece of land falling from the sky and crashing into the ground. So if a couple hundred people just died in Cairo, that's a big event. That's pretty major. I think they would have to address it at some point. So I don't know. But I love all these theories. So I'm going to give you one rogue point.
Okay.
I think we can't ignore it. We got to move on. Someone's got to talk about it. Someone's got to talk about
That's
out
fair.
there. Whitney, I'm going to give you 2 rogue points
Wow.
for your theories. And Matt, I'm going to give you 3 rogue points, which will bring us all up to 6 rogue points. 6,
Oh,
6,
wow,
6.
look at us.
As we head into our rogue question.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4,
man.
5, 6, 6, 6.
We're going to enter the multiverse of madness for our rogue question. So we need the devil's number to be able to do it. So at the time we're recording this episode of Rogue Theory, we have not seen Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness yet. We're all seeing it this day at some time. We will be out there amongst you in the theater. So we're not going to give a spoiler right now.
Scavenger hunt. If you can find us, I'll give you a treat.
Yes.
Uh-oh, everyone's going to be hunting down Whitney.
Oh,
Look
God.
out. We're not going to spoil the movie because none of us have seen it, but I want to hear some rogue, and I mean really rogue theories for a member of the Illuminati. I want to hear something too crazy to be true, but so crazy that it's too big to fail, okay? So give me like your roguest member of the Illuminati that people are going to be ripping the back of their seat cushions off, throwing popcorn into the air, going so crazy when this person shows up in the Illuminati.
Okay, I'll go one that just makes no sense, but would be incredible. This is a man who recently joined the MCU. This is a man who left a certain movie studio franchise thing. When he left, it was at the top of its game, and it's only gone downhill since. He's playing a different character in the MCU, but why not have Christian Bale cameo as DC's Bruce Wayne, the world's greatest detective, pulled in from the multiverse to sit on one of the Illuminati chairs.
We're talking like a retired Batman hanging out in London, and all of a sudden like a portal opens up and it's like, you're in the Illuminati, buddy.
That's right. He's having tea with Catwoman, tipping his cap to Michael Caine, Bam! He's in the Illuminati.
Yeah, Bale, Christian Bale, Nolan verse Batman.
Oh, that was
You said
so
what's the
good.
craziest?
I love that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I love it. I love this. I love it.
All right, I'll go next. Okay, so this one, he's having the time of his life. We talked about him briefly before the episode. I'm talking about everyone's favorite, Brendan Fraser as himself. He's going full Nick Cage on this. It's like, Brendan Fraser, get on in here.
The actor.
The actor
Brendan
playing
Fraser.
himself.
Yeah.
He's having the time. He's a resurgence, and he's just on the Illuminati. He has one great quip and like a smolder at the camera, and like there he is on the Illuminati. Brendan freaking
like
Fraser. Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I'd almost like it if it was George of the Jungle.
Yeah.
He had somehow like swung into the multiverse.
Yeah.
And now like his practical
That is
his
what I
practical jungle brain makes the Illuminati better. He understands
Yes.
nature.
Yeah.
He understands how to commune with the jungle of any multiverse.
I would personally love to see him on the panel of the Illuminati, and someone goes, "George, how did you get here?" And he goes, "George, just lucky, I guess." I would love that. I would love that.
That is perfect. That's perfect.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And it'll explain his disappearance from the screen, you know? That's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love this idea. That's a great one, Matt.
All right, guys, I'm gonna tell the truth about who's on the Illuminati. We've been hiding it for a while here at New Rockstars, but you know him, you love him. Star of stage and screen, Abbott Elementary, The Jimmy Kimmel Show with a golden bikini. His name is Tommy Bechtold, ladies and gentlemen, and he's in the Illuminati.
I knew it, you son of a bitch. I always knew it.
I'll never tell. I'll never tell.
Oh.
Stop lying
This
to
is
us,
the most-
Tommy. You know it's you. You know you're in the Illuminati.
You'll never
You're
see
putting
Can't
the
say.
night in Illuminati.
You'll never see me, Whitney, or Brandon ever again anywhere after
Ever
this.
again after
No.
this, because Tommy's
No.
gonna have us killed.
This answer
Oh
is
my
perfect because
gosh.
it panders to my massive ego.
Well, I mean, these were some incredible answers to the road question. I'm giving everyone a point. Everyone's a winner. 777 across the board.
Ding, 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 ding,
Vegas,
ding.
baby. In honor of Multiverse of Madness coming out today, yes, everyone wins today.
Yes.
And that's it for this episode of Rogue Theory. Thank you to all our guests today, Whitney Van Laningham, Matt Acevedo, Tommy Bechtold. Support our channel by checking out all of our awesome merch over at newrockstarsmerch.com. If you've got thoughts on some of our Rogue Theories, or maybe you have some Rogue Theories of your own, you can share them on our Discord. If you're over 18, click the link for the New Rockstars Discord server down in the description below and join the conversation. Be sure to check out The Break Room, our daily live show streaming every afternoon live from our headquarters here at New Rockstars on our YouTube channel. Follow me at Grit and Barrick. Follow New Rockstars on all our social platforms, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel right here. Please, see you next time. Have a great day. We love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.